Hey guys, this is Dr. Hub. Today we'll look at the hardness of water. So here the hardness is a soap destroying the power of water. So hardness means a soap destroying the power of water. So soap destroying the power of water, or the amount of dissolved calcium and magnesium in water, or the amount of dissolved calcium as well as magnesium in the water. So it is most commonly caused by the bicarbonates or the sulfates. It's caused by the bicarbs or the sulfates. So bicarbs mostly commonly caused by bicarbonates and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. But their nitrates and chlorides can also cause hardness. So their nitrates and the chlorides, they can also cause the hardness. Then comes the temporary. That's carbonate, temporary hardness. This is due to the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. Next is the permanent. It is non-carbonate, and this permanent hardness, this is due to the sulfates, chlorides and nitrates. So it is due to the sulfates, chlorides as well as the nitrates. The 1 milli equivalents per liter, and this is of the ion, which produces hardness, and this is equal to 50 mg CaCO3, and this will be 50 ppm in 1 liter of water. So now let's look at the classification. So in terms of soft water, the level of hardness is going to be less than 1, and this is the unit is milliequivalents per liter. And the amount of ion producing hardness is going to be the amount of ion producing the hardness. This will be nothing but less than 50. Then comes the moderately hard. The moderately hard is the level of hardness is 1 to 3. Then the amount of ion producing hardness is going to be 50 to 150. Then comes the hard water. The hard water is going to be 3 to 6, and the amount of ion producing hardness is going to be 150 to 300. Then comes the very hard water. The very hard water is greater than 6, and the amount of ion producing the hardness is going to be greater than 300. The drinking water. So this must be moderately hard. And the softening of water this is recommended where the hardness exceeds. So this is done where the hardness is greater than 3 milli equivalents per liter. That is 150 mg per liter. Then comes the removal of hardness. So how to remove? Removal of the hardness. So there includes the boiling. So what is meant by boiling? Boiling, this removes the temporary hardness by expelling removes the temporary hardness. So boiling, it removes the temporary hardness. This is by the expelling expelling the carbon dioxide as well as it precipitates the insoluble calcium carbonate. Precipitates the insoluble calcium carbonate. So it would be expensive to do this on a large scale. Large scale, it's going to be expensive. The addition of lime. So this removes the temporary hardness. It removes the temporary hardness and also reduces the magnesium. This reduces the magnesium. The lime, it absorbs the carbon dioxide. The lime, it absorbs the carbon dioxide as well as it precipitates. It precipitates the insoluble calcium carbonate. Then comes the Clark method. So in the Clark method of the softening water, lime is used. In case of softening the water, lime is used. Addition of the sodium carbonate. So in case of addition of sodium carbonate, it is nothing but the soda ash. So what it does is it removes the temporary and removes the temporary as well as a permanent hardness. Then comes the base exchange process. So this removes the permanent and temporary hardness. So it removes permanent and the temporary hardness, and it can be used on a large scale. It can be given in a large scale. In this method, the permute is used. So it uses the permute and the sodium permutate. Sodium permutate is a complex compound of the sodium, aluminum and silica. When hard water is passed through the permutate, the calcium and magnesium ions. So when it is passed through the permutate, the calcium and magnesium are removed. The calcium and the magnesium, they are removed. And how is it removed? It is removed on the base exchange. Removed by base exchange. And it is converted into the calcium and magnesium permutate. This is converted to the calcium and the magnesium permutate. The process reduces the water to zero hardness. So the process, it reduces the water. It reduces water to zero hardness, and it is corrosive and thus is mixed with a part of raw water. So this is corrosive and is mixed with the raw water.